wanted to start this off by saying thank you for 300K on TikTok. I'm super excited for that. Now I want to be fully transparent in this video. And honestly, I could give a frick what people come back at me with because y'all are going to judge me no matter what I post on here. Sometimes I gotta remind myself who I started posting for, and it definitely wasn't for none of you haters. You know, looking back, there was a time when we were using this big block of African black soap for literally everything in the house. We used it for laundry, we used it for the shower, we used it for dish soap. Resourceful doesn't even begin to explain how I had to become. I resorted back to like my grandma's methods of keeping every kind of container we got from the store for leftover containers, every grocery bag we kept for a trash bag, and we definitely did hand-me-downs with all the kids' clothing. And at that same time, I was still rocking a lot of Drew's clothing. Each month we tried to make bills a priority, but then necessities kept falling behind. A lot of things that we needed just weren't being met. And y'all fault us as parents for that. How dare you have more kids when the kids that you have don't have their basic needs met? Sometimes God has plans that don't necessarily make sense in the moment, but I wouldn't change God's plans for nothing. And by that, I mean I wouldn't change having the babies I have. Do I want a way better living environment for my children? Of course I do. But also, Drew and I know what's best for our children, and in the moment, we actually need to catch up on necessities more than we need to change up our living environment. Gasp, how could she even say that? That is the last thing me saying that we don't need to switch up our kids' living environment. We know that's a necessity. However, we also know what's best for our kids isn't just to jump into some kind of apartment or some kind of situation that's not ideal for them. We need an indoor-outdoor kind of living environment. Our babies want to be outside 90% of the time, and Drew and I are right there with them. And as much as people want to scream these assumptions that we don't have our kids' best interests at heart, that's not even true. We honestly haven't even begun to share what we have planned, but we want to, so follow along. Bye-bye now.